Hey guys, it's JustAiriBo here, and for today's scenario, I want to try out something I haven't seen a whole lot, and want to add my own twist and turns to it. For today's scenario, we're going to be doing What If Tapion Stayed. So without further ado, let's get started on this What If. So you may be wondering, how exactly does this happen? Well, we're going to go to the start of the Tapion movie, which does happen after the Boo Saga. So, with Harudegarn being summoned and killing Tapion's brother, Harudegarn instead has destroyed the entire planet Tapion grew up on, leaving nothing behind. Luckily though, Tapion was able to escape, but he did get sealed into the music box like usual. Throughout the entirety of the movie, everything basically goes the same up until the point where Harudegarn is killed and Tapion was supposed to leave. Tapion angrily looks down. He has no planet to go home to. No one to see who he cares for. That's when Trunks steps in and says that he can live here, on planet Earth. Tapion looks around at the other Z fighters. Goku then steps in and says they could use another ally on Earth. Tapion nervously says he doesn't feel welcome on Earth. Harudegarn is here because of him. Goku then points out that Harudegarn is dead. There's no threat anymore that he brought with him. Tapion looks at Trunks, who looks at him with a sad face, hoping that Tapion stays. Tapion sighs as he says he gets to stay on the planet for now. All the Z fighters cheer that Tapion is staying. Bulma tells Tapion they have some rooms to spare. They'll show him around to see if there's any specific room he wants. Tapion smiles as the group goes back to Bulma's place. A couple of months go by. It's now Trunks' birthday. Now, we don't know exactly when the Tapion movie happens, I'm pretty sure, but let's say that happens a couple months before Trunks' birthday. Tapion isn't attending the party. He doesn't feel like he's fully welcome just yet to the group, but he's watching from afar in the sky, watching his birthday. Trunks looks up in the sky, seeing Tapion as he smiles. Tapion starts to fly away until he hears screams coming from Trunks' birthday party. Tapion, worried, starts to fly back to the group in shock. His eyes widen as he looks at a group of children. They look exactly like the Z fighters too. Tapion lands and asks what's going on. That's when Goku and Vegeta look at each other in shock, seeing how much smaller they've gotten. Tapion is confused. How come they're small but he isn't? Bulma then points out how the employees haven't gotten smaller either. Goku points out how he remembers the sky going dark. Maybe someone summoned Shenron and made some sort of wish. Tapion then realizes, where's Trunks? He looks around and finds Trunks, but as a baby alongside Goten. Bulma and Chi-Chi run to Tapion to find their kids as babies. Tapion is confused, wondering what happened. Shin and Kibito, as kids too, interrupt and say they should check the lookout. Maybe Dende knows what happened. Goku, Vegeta, Tapion, Piccolo, Bulma, Shin, and Kibito all teleport to the lookout, seeing if Dende might have some answers on what happened. As the group arrives, they notice it's just Mr. Popo as a child also. Mr. Popo explains to them what happened, but it leaves more questions than answers. Mainly, how come Tapion didn't get smaller also? That's when Tapion nervously says how he still doesn't feel welcome to the group. He doesn't consider himself as an ally yet. Vegeta scoffs as he says if he doesn't consider himself an ally, then he should leave. Tapion looks down at the ground, disappointed in himself. As time flies by and they all get food, they notice a ship fly down. Someone steps out and introduces himself. His name is Glorio. Glorio says he's here to get Goku and the others to help defeat the Demon King Goma. Goku looks at Glorio, curious on how he got here, and knows who they are. But as Goku and Shin are about to get on the ship, someone interrupts. It's Tapion. Tapion says to Goku he'll go instead. Glorio says to Tapion that he's not here for him, he's here to get Goku. Goku says that Tapion may not be strong enough from what he's hearing. Goma might be stronger than him. Tapion looks at Goku, pleading to go and deal with this threat himself. Goku isn't adjusted to his body yet. Tapion hasn't changed at all, he should be able to deal with Goma. Goku looks at Glorio and Shin, smiling as he tells Shin that Tapion will be taking his place. Shin sighs but says that what Tapion said is right. Goku isn't adjusted to his body just yet. Glorio, a bit annoyed, tells Tapion he better not make any mistakes on trying to beat Goma. As three fly off, Vegeta asks Goku if he made the right choice. Goku, still looking up, says he did make the right choice. The beginning of Daima basically goes the same, except of course Tapion taking Goku's place. Up until the one thing does go different that'll change the story drastically. Tapion is told about the Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm, but chooses not to go get them. It would be useless to get them, it would just be a waste of time. They should just wait till they get Dende to summon Shenron, and wish them back to their regular age then. The group keeps flying towards the way to the next demon realm until they run into Neva, an old Namekian who's lived in the demon realm for years. Neva explains that they'll need him to help open the gates to the first and second demon realm if they wish to beat Goma. Neva tries to convince them to get the Dragon Balls, but Tapion interrupts and says that he's here to get Dende and defeat Goma. Neva, surprised, says that his Dragon Balls may be stronger than the Earth's Dragon Balls. Gloria interrupts and says that they're not there to get the Dragon Balls, but to stop Goma and get Dende. That's it. The rest of their time in the third and second layer of the Demon Realm is simple now that they have Neva on their side, especially since he can open the gates with ease. As they enter the first Demon Realm, they immediately get ambushed. It's Goma's soldiers. He knew they were coming the entire time. They were watching them. Tapion is able to beat them with ease, not breaking a sweat, as they reach the castle. They break into the castle to encounter Goma, shocking him and Degasu. Tapion pulls out his sword, asking where Dende is at. Goma and Degasu are worried what to do. How can they stop this guy? Yeah, he isn't as strong as Goku, but he's strong in his own terms. Now, I feel this is where we clear the air on some things. How strong is Tapion? We never really got a full answer on that, but we're going to do some rough estimate and say he's a bit stronger than Super Saiyan Goku, but weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I feel this is a reasonable spot to put him in. This is where he'll be even during Daima, as we'll say he did some training with Kid Trunks from time to time, and sometimes by himself. But anyways, I think where I put him is understandable. With that out of the way, let's go back into the what if. Tapion powers up as he starts walking towards Goma, scaring him. He isn't strong enough to be able to beat Tapion. As Tapion is about to attack, they hear an explosion behind them. It's some lady named Arinsu with some small green-like creature who calls himself Majin Coup. Tapion's confused who the two are. Glorio says Arinsu is a Galind scientist working for Goma. She finally had enough and came with Coup to take the throne. Tapion comments that Majin Coup sounds familiar, until Shin interrupts and says that a bit back they fought a Majin named Majin Buu. Tapion's a bit nervous now, feeling Cou's ki, knowing Coup is stronger. Tapion readies his sword looking at Coup, saying to Goma that they'll have a conversation later. Tapion rushes towards Coup as the two's fists collide, causing everyone around him to be blown back a bit. As Tapion's fighting Coup, he's starting to realize Coup has a slight advantage over him. He's not going to be able to win this fight if he doesn't do something soon. Tapion steps back as he then pulls out something. It's his ocarina. Gloria and Coup are confused on what he's doing as he starts playing it, but Shin has seen Tapion's past and found out about his ocarina and its abilities. A barrier starts to appear around Tapion as Coup tries to start shooting. Ki blasts, and they bounce off. The barrier then disappears as Coup charges in to try and fight him, but Tapion is dodging the attacks. His eyes are closed and playing the ocarina, but yet he's still dodging Cou's attacks with ease. Even Shin is shocked at what Tapion is doing. Tapion keeps playing the ocarina, but then opens his eyes as he then finally counterattacks, hitting Coup in the stomach, sending him flying. Gloria walks beside Tapion as he powers up and tells Tapion his plan. As Coup jumps out of the rubble, he sees Tapion playing the flute again, but it's a different song. Coup sees his body starts to glow as he's shocked at what's going on. Coup starts flying into Tapion, leaving everyone but Gloria shocked. The smoke dissipates as the area clears, and it's just Tapion now. Rinsu yells at Tapion, "What the hell did he do to our creation?" Tapion says he sealed Majin Coup inside of him. Now, to clear out the air on this, we do see Tapion seal future Zamasu in Xenoverse 2 in some DLC. But, anyways, as Tapion explains, he looks behind him, seeing Goma and Degasu trying to sneak away, until he shoots Ki Blast towards them, killing Degasu and shocking Goma. With Coup being sealed inside of Tapion, not only did he get his abilities, but he also got stronger. I would say, personally, Tapion now rivals Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the boost in power. Tapion points his sword at Goma, asking him to take him to Dende and a ship out of the Demon Realm. Goma nervously agrees as he goes to grab Dende and get him and Shin a ship. Some time passes as Goma comes back with Dende and says there will be a ship outside for them. Tapion and Shin step outside, asking Gloria to help them get back home, and he can take the ship himself to get back to the realm. Glorio takes them back to Earth, with a baby Dende explaining to the others everything that happened. Goku smirks. You can just feel a difference in Tapion's strength now. He wants to spar with Tapion, but they have bigger issues to deal with. The main issue being, don't need to wait a year for the Dragon Balls to come back. As Glorio leaves, Tapion thanks him for helping him out with getting Dende back. Glorio smiles as he gets back on the ship and leaves. Goku and the others ask each other what to do now while they wait for the Dragon Balls to come back. Shin points out that they can still use the Namekian Dragon Balls. Maybe they'll understand let them use the Dragon Balls. Shin and Goku teleport to Planet Namek, and as time goes by, Tapion sees Vegeta and the others glowing as the light then dissipates to reveal them all back into their adult selves. Shin and Goku teleport back and say that it's obvious the wish worked. Dende walks out of the sanctuary getting told what happened, a little shocked. As the group all go home, Tapion is about to go with Bulma and Vegeta until Goku asks if he wants to train with him on King Kai's planet. Chi-Chi might be a bit resistant at first, but she'll come around to it. Tapion agrees as he tells Bulma and Vegeta he'll be gone for a bit, and he'll let Trunks know where he's going. And with that, that's where we'll end off for this What If. What did you guys think of this part? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and I'm thankful for every subscriber. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.